Hi,
Hello,
um, this is Dima Harchenko,
and this is Alex Guzenko,
and we represent the European Youth Parliament Ukraine.
an NGO dedicated to spreading the European principles of democracy among the youth.
So as active citizens of Ukraine, it is important to us to discuss and find a solution in the reference to what is going on in Ukraine, what happened in Crimea, and what now is happening in eastern Ukraine.
It took a solid bit of time in order to explore the issue and attempt to find the new approaches how to deal with this problem.
We are strongly alarmed that there are legal hindering circumstances and bottlenecks which impede the enforcement of international law, particularly in the case with Ukraine. We saw that Russia violated a number of multiple international treaties and conventions and maintained its aggression on Ukraine's territory, but the international community was helpless in this case.
While we recognize the principles and mechanism of international law, we can see that unfortunately international organizations cannot tackle the problem of Ukraine and cannot combat the existing socio-political conflict inside the country and near its borders.
We are affirming with regret that there is no strong legal leverage which may counteract the action imposed by the aggressor. What we saw is a number of international organizations, including the UN, the OSCE, the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, adopting numerous resolutions. But all of the mentioned previously are helpless to actually counteract the aggression introduced by the Russian Federation on the territory of Ukraine.
And of course, evident reasons why the international organizations seem to be so helpless is the lack of unity and actually the competence of these international organizations. While we believe that the entire process of integration of different countries in one united organization should be effective in combating the conflict between different countries and internal conflict of other countries as well is important, and we also believe that it will take a long time. But as for now, we're more than sure that actions need to be taken in order to start and launch a long process of integration of countries in order to ensure peace in the world.
Additionally, we would like to draw attention to the fact that the global security system of the world needs to be reconsidered, because the mechanism which would suspend the use of military force cannot be counteracted by any legal measures.
In the world where international finances play the vital roles of the economies of different countries, we believe that restricting access of countries who violate the international agreements on peace should be a doable measure.
And finally, we would like to encourage all the counterparts and parties of the agreement to be ready to impose the sanctions against a state who violated the obligations of the deal. Just as we saw the United States and the European Union imposing sanctions on Russia, Russian officials and their assets. These were the tangible measures which hindered the aggression started by the Russian Federation. And we believe that if the same measure would be widely acceptable by a larger number of states, the aggression would finally stop and we would not see any follow-ups of it.
On a whole, with regard to everything which was mentioned before, we understand that the proposals and the ideas we brought up are not profound and do not actually reveal the very specific details how we want to change the existing system of security and the mechanism of implementing and enforcing peace in the world. Yet we believe that what we brainstormed and what we highlighted regarding the issues that are going on in Ukraine and the entire world would be basically a springboard for developing further principles and ideas how we can ensure that we live in a safer world tomorrow.
So we've done what we think would be right, and we're always welcome for any comments, suggestions, or questions, and we're ready to defend and negotiate on the points mentioned. We thank you for your attention, and well, talk to you later.
I just want to restate what Alex said. Thank you for attention, and I hope you enjoyed it.